put into words what that means.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really just a sort of a testament to everything that Nashville is. We're a soccer city. We have great fan support. I think when you saw the Japanese sort of federation come and visit, they realized that this is a world-class facility that can provide them I would say the top level preparation that they're going to want as a true contender to make a deep run in the World Cup. And so I think when you look at like partnerships and how they work out, I think this is a win-win, and we're really excited to have them here training, and I think maybe they'll be the second team that we'll root for in the World Cup.
Go ahead if you have anything else, Jill.
Following up on tomorrow's match, you guys have built some great momentum, 3-0 to start this season. What's been working well for you guys that you really would love to capitalize and continue in tomorrow's match?
I think for us, one is about getting contributions from a lot of people, and so I think that competition in the group makes everybody's level rise, and you see a lot of people making contributions. It doesn't help it's good to keep goals out, so only conceding 1 goal in 3 games is a big help, and then obviously scoring goals. So for us, I would say continuing to stay consistent, creating goal-scoring opportunities, and constantly limiting the opponent from dangerous chances.
Bob, go ahead if you have anything, and you guys can all
BJ,
ask 2
what do you think
questions.
about this Dallas team?
So I think what you see from this Dallas team is a team that's a very clear identity, very dynamic, attacking group of players with different profiles. So they have different ways to hurt you, and I think you couple that with sort of this intense, emotional, combative way of playing. They're very, very good at it. So he's sort of a combination of like a really clear way of doing it, and they do it in a really aggressive way. So we're going to have a big challenge on our hands, and we're going to have to make sure that we can, match the intensities first and foremost, and then we'll see how the soccer plays out.
How important is it to get off to a fast start?
Yeah, I think whenever you go on the road, you want to sort of try to get the game on your terms the best that you can. And we know it's going to be difficult. Dallas is one of the best teams in the league statistically in the first 15 minutes. So, that's something that we're going to have to be prepared for.
Kendall, welcome. Go ahead.
What does this strong start say about what's ahead for this team and maybe what you guys are building for the season?
Yeah, I think it just shows sort of the work that we've done in the preseason has given us a good foundation to build from. And, we're constantly trying to get better each and every day that we train. But it gives us good pictures and good things to sort of evaluate. But it's super early, so we're not really a team that gets out in front of ourselves. We have our process, and we kind of come to work every day and just kind of look to get better.
Go ahead, Blair, and then Jared.
So Petar Musa is obviously one of the best strikers in MLS, and so is Sam Surridge. What are your thoughts on Musa specifically, but also is there something there that will maybe bring out even better competition between the two?
I mean, I think whenever good players are going up against good players, they want to show there's always that competitive spirit. But when you look at Musa, he is dynamic in many different ways. A player that can pull wide, a player that can drop in and link play and switch play, and then I would say his box movement is one of the top in the league. He has the ability to sort of you lose him, and then all of a sudden he shows up, and that's in the back post, that's in the middle, that's in the cutback, that's in the air, that's at the front post. So he's certainly going to be a focal point for us going into the game.
And then, is it hard? Obviously, it's 2 different competitions, and you have pretty much 2 different squads playing. But is it hard to look at somebody who scored or had a really good game and tell them, hey, you're not starting the next game?
Yeah, for sure. It's not an easy thing, but that's the environment that we want. We want guys that are feel connected to what we're doing. We talk about all the time that it's going to be a collective group for the whole season, no matter what competition we're playing in. Everybody's going to make contributions. We do what we say we're going to do, and I think that gives confidence to the whole group. And I think now that we're out of that phase where we had kind of this is our 4th game in 11 days, but we're sort of creeping there that everybody it's open competition to make that 20-man roster now for a Dallas game.
Good.
PJ, you've said sky's the limit for this team. What has maybe taken you by surprise over these last 3 games?
I would just say our versatility. I think we've challenged the group to I would say even from the beginning elevate our play and also evolve some of the way that we're playing. And I think through the first 3 games we've seen elements of that. I think we still have to get better in certain areas, but the ability to guys to show how adaptable and versatile they are, each kind of in different demands, has been really promising.
9 goals in the last 2 matches. We've heard this team, maybe the chemistry's come a little bit more naturally than expected. How much of this scoring run is that chemistry instead of maybe some tactical adjustments?
No, it's definitely the chemistry. I think it's the consistency of what we're asking the guys and how well they're taking on information, how well they're the ones that are executing. But at the same time, we're trying to build this elite mentality in their mind. And so no matter who we're playing, like, we want to make sure that we're scoring goals, we're winning games. And that's been a big message to us is, like, you can talk about process and we can talk about all this stuff, but at the end of the day, we play to win the game. That's what we want to do, and we got to score more goals than the opponent. And when we have the opportunity to score more, we want to do that and try to put games out of reach if we can.
Go Ben, then Claudio.
Yeah, Blair already asked about Peter Musa, but his partnership with Logan Farrington feels like one of the better duos right now. What do you kind of make of those two, and kind of what are you looking out for?
Yeah, I think I think it's a great question when you talk about, like, how does Musa complement Farrington? How does Farrington complement Musa? And they're 2 different type of profiles, even though they both play forward, and that keeps defenses unbalanced. So I think Farrington has a great, a relentless ability to run behind and compete, and then Musa kind of drops a little bit lower and links up play. But at the end of the day, they sort of each create space for one another and then capitalize from there. So, I think it's a dangerous duo for sure. That's proven that they can be lethal in goal-scoring opportunities, and it's something that we've certainly been focused on for the week.
And I know we've talked a lot about kind of just ball progression from midfield. It felt like against New England, Christian was maybe getting to different spots than expected and had a few passes that kind of felt like gas and movement in a little bit. What are you hoping to kind of see from that, and is that an area that you're trying to emphasize for him?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us it's about even a guy like Christian, how can we evolve his game and elevate his game? And I think the goal that you saw that we scored, that he played Patrick through, like, that doesn't show up in, I don't know what we call them now, goal contributions, assists, whatever it is, but that's a great play. He comes into the pocket, turns quickly, plays a final pass, and then, that sequence kind of continues. And so we want him to be a threat in the attacking area in different ways, whether that's high and wide going one-on-one, crossing balls, dropping deep and playing balls in behind, or coming between lines and making final passes. And continuing to build those relationships, with the players that are kind of in and around him, and then doing the same thing on the left side.
PJ, even after all those goals in 3 games from Nashville and only conceded 1, how do you feel, or what do you think the team is right now in terms of what you want to accomplish, according to your discipline?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, we're pretty grounded. Like, we're 1 game into the MLS season, so and we constantly talk about how we have to continue to get better. There's a lot of areas that we need to improve. What we're happy about is that when we talk about phases of play, we're finding goal scoring chances in all different phases, whether that's in transition, from defending, from set pieces, or from our build up. But the details, the element, I would say more like the connection of everybody and how fluid it is, we're a ways from the final product, and that's expected after game 1. But we're not, we're a group that knows we got to turn the page every day and just show up and kind of do our work.
Now, knowing what you know about Coach Eric, is he one of those coaches that puts everything on the table? There's always something up his sleeve during the games.
I mean, I don't know Eric well, but what I see from his team is a team that looks and feels authentically like the coach. Clear structure on how they want to play, consistent how they want to do it. You can see from the way that the players play, with the intensity, the emotion, the tactical clarity, that they're all bought in. So, they're doing a great job in terms of, how disciplined they are, the culture, and how bought in these guys are, and even guys that are playing multiple positions from one season to another season. It's a team that, we had to familiarize ourselves a little bit with, because, we don't cross paths frequently. But, everything we've seen is, it's a really impressive group from top to bottom.
We'll go to Felipe on Zoom.
Hey, Felipe.
Hey, I've got two questions for you. I'll ask the first one and let you answer it before moving on to the second one. But the first one is just, the MLS has always had sort of rolled out the carpet for number 10s. A lot of them, a lot of players have been successful in this league over the years, over the 30 years. Not all of them, but many have. I'm wondering why you think Hani's been particularly successful in this league, and what category of number 10 would you put him in?
Yeah, I think the beauty of the number 10 is that it comes in all shapes and form. And so you certainly have these, wild, crazy, creative playmakers that play. And for us, Hani fits I would say, the profile of a playmaker that we like. And I think, Hani is a good job of scoring goals, and he does a really good job on the ball. But for us, we look for number 10s that, are, I would say, more high volume guys. And I think a lot of the work that Hani does maybe goes unnoticed because some of his greatest attributes as our number 10 is the work that he does off the ball. His ability to run behind and threaten behind in the space, his ability to arrive in the penalty box is something that's really effective for us, and I think has made let him have a really good career in the MLS. And then in our environment, we ask every single person to attack and defend, and the defensive work that Hani does as a number 10 is tremendous, and he sort of sets that sets the tone and sets the line for us in a lot of what we do defensively. So they do come in different shapes and sizes and forms, but for us, we like one that is on the ball a lot, threatening the goal a lot, and also works their tail off defensively.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I mean, he's certainly more of a goal scorer. So, not to move too far ahead, but you will be facing James Rodriguez next week, a completely different type of number 10 to what you just described. So, how do you see that type of 10 adjusting to MLS? I had a sporting director tell me recently, I think James will surprise because of the space he'll be given. Do you think that's accurate, or is space relative in this case?
I think James his career speaks for himself. He's a world-class sort of playmaking number 10, and with the weapons that a team like Minnesota has, we would expect nothing more than him to be very impactful coming in this league, and an impactful player for Minnesota. And hopefully that helps them. We'll certainly have to be prepared when that time comes to face him. And then also I hope it elevates the league. At the end of the day, we all work inside the MLS, and we all want this league to be as successful as it possibly can with the most eyes on it that we can possibly get.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it. We'll be right back.
Thanks. You guys letting these curveballs come in? What's going on? He's intruding your normal space. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. I thought he was writing a story about his feud with the Nashville fans on Twitter. I was waiting for it.
Hello.
Hello.
Doing good. How are you guys? It's a lot of microphones.
All right, guys, we're now back with midfielder Eddie Tengsat. We'll go right into questions again, and we'll start on the other end this time and come down. So go ahead, Claudio.
Eddie, how do you think the midfield in particular, which includes you, of course, is expressing right now, up to this point, what the coach and the coaching staff is asking you to do?
I think we're doing well. I hope BJ says the same. Our role is very clear in the team, what we're expected to do, and I think we got different types in there that can do a lot of different stuff. So we complement each other in a good way.
And related to the same type of question, how much has that changed in between a game like the ones you play for the Conca Champions and MLS?
Yeah, every game is different. We rotated a bit in the midfield and the squad, but our roles stay the same pretty much. We have our responsibilities, and they don't change much depending on games. We still run around in there and trying to win second balls and keeping the ball moving forward. So that's what we do.
We'll go Ben, engineer.
Yeah, Eddie, you just signed a new contract with Nashville. I'm curious, what about the first year with Nashville made you want to stay here, and what are you kind of excited about in the coming years?
Yeah, I think I just felt very comfortable here, felt like home, and we had an amazing year last year, and I wanted to keep building on that. And yeah, when we talked about extending my stay here, that was something I wanted to do straight away. So that was something I'm very happy about.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first time you will play in Dallas.
Yeah.
What are you expecting from them and from playing there?
Yeah, a physical, high energy team that has a lot of good individual players. They won the first game against Toronto, and they'll be flying out there. So we got to be ready for that. I heard they scored the most goals in the first 15 minutes each game, so we got to be prepared when we step out on the field on Saturday.
Good, Junior.
How much more comfortable do you feel in your role compared to maybe a year ago?
A lot more comfortable just around the team and, yeah, taking more responsibility, I guess. But still, I felt really comfortable straight away when I came here. All very nice people, and yeah, made me feel like I've been here for 10 years on the first day. So that was something I was extremely grateful for and happy for. But yeah, this year I think my shoulders are a bit more relaxed and I'm more comfortable for sure.
9 goals in the last 2 matches. It's been said this chemistry has kind of come a little bit more naturally this year than maybe expected. How much of this scoring run do you feel like is that chemistry compared to maybe some tactical adjustments?
Yeah, I think it's all about the work we did in preseason. Yeah, a lot of different goal scorers. People want to impress, wants to show up and score goals for the team, and I think it's all about chemistry, as you said. We like playing together. We want people to do well. We're not selfish. We don't want to shoot if we can pass to a guy in a better position. So I think that's got a lot to do with it. And hopefully I can also be a part of this scoring group. It's a lot of people scoring now.
Go, Miller.
Yeah, Eddie, you kind of, it's a great segue for that. Last year when we talked, you were talking about getting more forward in the pitch and being able. We saw you already contribute, even though with the goal, contribute to the goal that was scored on Saturday. Is that something that you are taking on personally, or is that something that the tactics are adjusting to?
It's for sure something I'm thinking of. I know I can do it, and I know it's gonna come eventually. But still, I have to get in those positions. And you saw against New England, I got forward a bit more, and I got an assist. I would say I didn't get it, but it was nice to get forward a bit and create some chances. But yeah, it's also about where I play on the field. If I'm playing a deep number 6, it's a bit harder to get forward when I want to balance the team when we're attacking. So I think it's something me and probably more people are thinking of, that they want to see me score, but I know it's going to come, so not nervous about that.
And then in terms of, you were a new player coming in last year, you said it was a great environment to come into. There's a bunch of new players coming in this season. How have they adjusted, and have you done anything to kind of ease that transition for them?
Yeah, they've come into the group quick. All good guys, good players, which makes everything easier. And I've been in their position. I was like them last year, so just the way I felt the group took me in, I wanted to do the same for them. And I hope I was someone that took them into the group and was nice and friendly to them when they came in.
Good.
I know you guys are only a few games in, but having the strong start, what do you think this says about what you guys are building and maybe what's to come?
Yeah, it's very important to get a good start. Last year we had a loss and a draw in the first 2 games, so this year we wanted to have a better start, and we certainly have had a good start this year. Something to just keep building on and keep going. Away games are tough in this league, so this is a good chance for us to show people that we can do it away as well.
Bob? All good? Go ahead, Jill.
I was just curious, did you celebrate your new contract extension?
Yes. I don't remember what I did, but
That's fine.
I did something for sure.
Congrats, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Anything else, guys? All good? All right. Thanks,
Good.
everyone. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.